Yeah, well, it was a hard-fought series, obviously, in Northern Michigan. Realistically, the score is 5-2, but it was a one-goal game, and it was hotly contested tonight. It was physical out there. We were beneficiaries of some power plays, and part of it we earned it through our hard work, and then part of it I was very happy with our discipline in the game. I didn't think, obviously we wanted to stay on course. So, the story of the game was the power plays, the 5-minute major late, and us converting twice on it. I thought Darren Smith had a whale of a game, and I also thought we were led a lot by our upperclassmen, which really says you got to have them going. But I thought Jared Van Wormer had a whale of a night, Kyle Schemp, whale of a night, Gerald Mayhew, great night. Chad McDonald, great night. And then obviously on defense, you look at our senior D, in O'Rourke, Anselmini. It was and Simone Denis. I can't forget him. But I thought our upperclassmen led the way, and that's what you need in this time of the year. But the one thing I'm proud of is we held our discipline. We stayed with it in a very emotional, hard-fought game.
Ryan Zoot, Big Rapids Pioneer. Gerald Mayhew with game-tying goal and the game winner in 37-second span. Leading goal scorer for you guys all year, senior. Is that the guy you would expect to you guys back in the game and put you guys on top?
Yeah, I kind of thought it was Jerry time. We were kind of leaning towards that. But no, both him and Chad McDonald. The goal Chad scored when we were down 1. He got us on the board on a tip. That was a really nice goal, so that's a big moment. And then obviously when we tied it and took the lead with Gerald involved in those goals, it was a big deal. So, yeah, that's what I mean by the upperclassmen, though. They really led the way.
Yeah, 2 5-minute power plays for you guys. 2 hits, questionable hits.
Questionable in what regard?
Not questionable, but, yeah, dirty hits. And you guys didn't seem to get frustrated after not being able to score on the first one and then get 2 on the second one. What is it like to score on those after seeing one of the players get hit from behind pretty hard like that?
Well, I wouldn't categorize either one necessarily as dirty. I'd probably be more unintentional, but I thought the 5-minute majors were obviously warranted. They had the opportunity to review it on the video, and I think they came up with the right calls. I had a pretty good look at both of them. And you're right, it can be very frustrating at times. I thought not scoring on the first one was a real disappointment. And matter of fact, we didn't get a lot of setup time. And then the second one, we did make an adjustment on our power play breakout because he had kind of solved that riddle. And so we just shifted to one that we predominantly use throughout the year. And I thought that helped and gave us some possession in zone time. And then, but with all that said, you still got to have the finishability around the goal, and that's where the guys came through big.
Yeah, the first one was Dominic Shine, their leading goal scorer. How big of a loss is it for them to lose?
That's a huge loss. Yeah, the 5-minute major hurt them, but losing Dominic Shine for the rest of the night, that's a big loss. He's a big part of their offense, and when a guy like he goes down, I thought Noack. That was a really nice goal. He scored their second goal. That was a goal scorer's goal, but that changes the complexion of that line, but when Shine's out and as it looked like they had to make some adjustments on their third line, and they had to move Robbie Payne up to play with Sooth. So all of a sudden they had already condensed their scoring into 2 lines, the primary scoring into 2 lines, and then one of those 2 lines you lose Shine. It was Walt would have to speak to that, but I'm sure that was a big loss for them. I can say it didn't break my heart to see that he was out of the game because I know what kind of player he is.
Now moving on to Van Andel, 3 years in a row you guys just sweeping the first round. What's it like moving forward?
Wow, it's great. It's a heck of an accomplishment. I know I wanted the guys to enjoy it between now and Monday. It's a heck of an accomplishment. And then come Monday, we'll set our sights on Van Andel and going for the conference championship. And I like our chances there a lot, and I'm looking forward to us getting down there. Don't know who we're going to play yet. I haven't even seen the scores of the other series. So I'm sure we'll obviously know at least by Sunday night when the last games are played. But we're proud too. I'm really proud of our guys for guys like Jerry and Chad McDonald and that junior class. They know nothing but getting to the championship weekend, and that's good on them, and it'll bode well as we move down the road next year.
It was huge. The first 5-minute penalty, we really didn't have anything going. Some guys were getting frustrated. Me myself, I took a dumb penalty after that. But as a team, we came together in the locker room and we knew what we had to do. And we had to outwork the opponent on a power play. Some teams like to kind of just reach on a power play, and you can't do that. You have to outwork the opponent. So I think we did that pretty good. Chad McDonald had a good game, and my line mates had a good game. Everyone had a good game. So we just got to keep working, and we'll keep winning.
Coach referenced Jerry time as well. How did that start?
I think it was my freshman year. Harrison Watt, I think, came up with that, and it stuck ever since. So the guys kind of give me some crap for it in practice and during the day all the time, and it gets kind of annoying a bit, but it's all right.
I mean, you guys all season, it's been tough to a lot of splits. To be able to get a sweep in the first round and to not have to rely on a game 3 tomorrow, it saves a little bit more energy and gives you guys some momentum heading into next weekend.
Yeah, that's huge. We really didn't want to play on Sunday at 4 o'clock, I'll tell you that. But I know our upperclassmen's been to Van Andel before, and we know what we have to do to win the game. And I think we have Tech, if I'm not mistaken, so we owe them one because they got us up there. So I think we need to keep working and we'll be fine.
I know you got to play in front of C.J. Mott the last few years, and then Darren Smith has stepped in as a freshman, played 2 great games tonight. All season he's been pretty rock solid for you guys. How more comfortable is it for you guys playing in front of him, knowing he'll have your back?
Darren's came up huge a bunch of times. He actually kind of reminds me of C.J. Mott a bit. He's only a freshman, so he's got a lot of work to do, but he came up big tonight and last night, so props to him.
Oh, it was huge, Coach kind of hit on it, us junior class, we really only know the second weekend in playoffs, making it to Van Andel our freshman year and then making it to the Excel Energy Center last year. And just an incredible win. It's funny, we're going into the third and it's 1-1 and I look around the locker room and, everyone's like, all right, who's going to be the hero? And, kind of Gerald hit on it, but I said Jerry time, and he couldn't came up, any bigger. And, it's great to see that not just Gerald and, myself, but everyone had a great game. And, it really helps out when all 4 lines are rolling and all 4 lines are clicking. One thing to note is that Rockets line, Rechtenwald actually, and TA and Hetz, they played well down low and they opened up a lot, and everyone was rolling tonight. And that's the most important thing in playoff hockey is keeping everyone fresh and, moving on and, can't be more excited.
Getting to play at Van Andel, only an hour south instead of having to travel all the way to Minnesota again. Closer trip for the home fans as well. What's it going to be like playing there again?
Oh, it's going to be awesome. I look back to my freshman year and we had almost the whole lower bowl sold out. We're really looking for Bulldog Nation to come down there and support us. I remember the last time that the student section came down and we were on the Griffins bench and they had that whole corner, with the thunder sticks and all that, and our students, they bring a whole other element that, we can rely on them for a little bit of energy and we need that. And, I know that there's a lot of alum down in Grand Rapids and, we're really hoping for a big support, big crowd down there. And it's great, the travel, staying close to home, you don't have to worry about that. So that's good.
And you had to see 2 of your guys get 2 hits on 2 of your guys today that drew 5-minute majors. And to see teammates go down like that, what's your initial reaction? How the guys rally around seeing a teammate down? And
the first initial reaction is looking around and seeing if the ref has his hand up, and then kind of giving the guys a tap. Hopefully they're all right. Worms took a couple hits tonight. And that just goes to show how hardworking he is. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Drew Durani's drew that last 5-minute major. And again, another strong kid down in the corners. Mucking and grinding in the corner. And again, collaborative effort from everyone. Drew didn't have any of the, the say on the 2 power play goals that Gerald scored, but if he wouldn't have been down low working in the corner, that 5-minute penalty wouldn't have happened. You got to look at it that way, and again, everyone came to work, and we're going to Van Andel, and we're more excited than anything.
Going into that third period, it was tied 1-1, and then Northern got that goal on you guys, and then you come back. How important is to keep that momentum going, that Bulldog style of hockey, as you're going into these playoffs coming up?
Oh, it's huge. That goal, that was a heck of a shot by Nowicka there. I think he got Darren glove side, and the initial thing is like, down 2-1, but you just got to keep fighting, and we did, and the 5-minute major sure helped. And Jerry time, you got to give him credit, and he's been our go-to player all year. And the best players step up in the big moments, and he stepped up tonight as well as some other guys, and that's most important.